Alejandro Salcedo writes in, he says, reading many entrepreneurs and famous people, they always say that you have to dream really big. Instead, you say, Charlie, that the secret to a happy life is having low expectations. Could you please expand on that?
Well, yes, and you climb as hard as you can by just advancing 1 inch at a time. That's the secret of life. And now there's always somebody who's a little nuts and who succeeds. But for every guy who succeeds, there are 1,000 failures.
Is this an under-promise, over-deliver situation too?
Well, of course, who in the hell in his right mind would like going around making a lot of commitments and failing time after time after time at doing what you'd promised to do? Everybody would hate you, right? There's no more guaranteed way to make people hate you than to fail them in their reasonable expectations. So, of course you want to live a life where by and large you're meeting the reasonable expectations of other people. That's what civilization requires of all of us.
And I just wonder if you were...
Now that is easy because it's so simple.
What is it?
You don't have a lot of envy, you don't have a lot of resentment, you don't overspend your income, you stay cheerful in spite of your troubles, you deal with reliable people, and you do what you're supposed to do. And all these simple rules work so well to make your life better, and they're so trite.
How old were you when you figured this out?
About 7. I could tell that some of my older people were a little bonkers. I've always been able to recognize when other people were a little bonkers. And it helped me because there's so much irrationality in the world, and I've been thinking about it for a long time. Its causes and its preventions and so forth. Sure, it's helped me. And staying cheerful because it's the wise thing to do. Is that so hard? And can you be cheerful when you're absolutely mired in deep hatred and resentment? Of course you can't. So why would you take it on?
Any sort of wisdom, though, on what it takes to live a happy life? What are those kind of principles?
Oh yes. Well, a happy life is very simple. The first rule of a happy life is low expectations. That's one you can easily arrange. And if you have unrealistic expectations, you're going to be miserable all your life. And I was good at having low expectations, and that helped me. And also, when you get reverses, if you just suck it in and cope, that helps. If you don't just fretfully stew yourself into a lot of misery. And then if there are certain behavioral rules, some of them, Rose Blumkin had quite an effect on the Berkshire culture, and she created a business with like 500 Depression dollars that became a huge business. You know what her mottos were? Always tell the truth and never lie to anybody about anything. And those are pretty good rules, and they're pretty simple. And a lot of the good rules of life are like that. They're just very simple. And do it right the first time, Lee Quinn. That's a really good rule.
Please like and subscribe. Thank you.